When I tell people my name, they immediately think it's a C, Carl, then they write the C, and I'm like, actually it's with a K, and then instead of changing it, they just try to like add that line on the back. Yeah, that looks good, thanks. Looks like a retarded cent sign. No, that's fine, good, keep it like that. Thank you. It's been happening to me since I was a kid, I don't really care. I really didn't care as a kid, because like, when I was a kid, in my mind, like, I wasn't Carl, you know? Like, I was like, depending on the day, various G.I. Joe characters, maybe He-Man, possibly Skeletor if I was having a rough week, possible Michael Knight of Knight Rider fame, definitely, actually that. I didn't know he was David Hasselhoff. I just knew he had amazing hair, a leather jacket, and he talked to his car. What else you need to know when you're 9? Like, that's a great... The thing about that show is, like, it had, like, the best theme song ever, like, probably one of the best theme songs on television. The actual show itself, like, what? Like Hasselhoff? He's solving crimes? Mr. Feeney's the car? He's talking to the car? What? But then that music comes on, just like, like, I fucking love this show. This is the best. It all starts making sense. You're like, Hasselhoff, solving crimes, yeah, Feeney's the car. Put the music on again, would ya? The best. Another show like that is like A-Team, you know? Where like the theme song is so good, but the actual show is like completely ridiculous. And then like real serious voiceover part in the beginning, you remember that? That shit made it seem real. You'd be watching, you'd be like, yeah, they were sent to prison for a crime they didn't commit. This is an outrage! I demand justice for this rogue commando team. But then like the actual show, it was like Hannibal's disguises, like completely ridiculous. Bad guys would be like, any sign of the A-Team? Nope, just that pirate over there. Looks like we're clear. If the army really wanted to find the A-Team, why didn't they just look for that van? Like, how many giant black armored vans are there, like, driving around LA? They're always like, they slipped through our fingers again in their wildly conspicuous van. Damn, they're good. Good. They're the A-Team. Alright, now that I've covered Knight Rider and the A-Team, let's fucking get serious here for a second. I'm feeling pretty edgy. I recently wrote my first rape joke. So look out, feeling pretty edgy. It's actually not even about rape. It's like, you know when like a chick's being attacked, like she's not supposed to yell rape, right? She's supposed to yell fire. Fire, right. And that's kind of fucked up. Plus, like, what if she's getting raped in the middle of a crowded movie theater? What's she gonna do then? Pretty screwed. You're pretty screwed. Fire, you're better off going with like free milk duds for everybody. That's probably better. That's gonna get you some more attention, I would think. Plus, like, that's just like misrepresenting. Like, what if you're on the street, the chick yells fire? That's fine for her. What if you're the guy that responds to the scene? You're like, fire? Shit, yeah, I'm gonna save a baby. 6 o'clock news, here I come. Then you come around that corner, it's like this horrible scene of this chick being attacked. You're like, what, now I have to like fight this guy? What's the deal here? What's the procedure? I have no idea. Like, and he's not even wearing pants. I have to fight this pantsless guy? This is awful. I didn't sign on for this. I wanted to carry someone backdraft style. Fucking fight this pantsless guy. You know what I'd say? I wouldn't take it. I'd be like, man, you've misrepresented yourself. You've misrepresented this entire situation. I'll tell you what's on fire. Your pants, liar. Yes, because apparently I would respond to rape with a zinger. I don't know, I feel like some humor might be needed. But she'd be like, oh, I've been raped. I'd be like, have you? I can't believe anything you say now. I don't know, this isn't just another one of your mind games. I don't know what I do in that situation. Hopefully it'd be something badass. Like, I've always kind of had a fantasy to be like a vigilante like Bronson in Death Wish, you know? Like, and I feel like that would be a good time to try it out. Like, he's a rapist. No one cares what I do. She'd be like, you shot him 8 times in the face. I'd be like, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's just street justice. And then suddenly I'd be like smoking a cig and have a mustache. Just like, you scum, I had to take him down. I don't even know what street justice means. That just sounds fucking cool. It just sounds cool. Like, people fuck with you, you shoot them, it's fine. I don't know what that is. It sounds like something I could really get behind, though, street justice. It's actually on my list of 100 things to do before I die. It's number 26. Partake in street justice. It's on there. What else is on there? Number 47, live long enough to see teleportation become a reality. That's a big one. And there's also number 13, stab a hobo and get away with it. Yeah, that's big. I don't know why I want to do that. It just sounds fucking cool. After it was over, I took his fingerless gloves, hopped a boxcar to nowhere. Why do I want to do that? I have no idea. Nothing makes you feel more alive than freshly spilled hobo blood. Actually, that might come from my childhood desire to like be a hobo. Like as a kid, it seemed like a great life to like hang out, eat beans, fucking chill out, cook hot dogs on a stick. From my understanding, that seems fucking cool. I wanted to get into that, but then I realized like it's probably hard enough for my parents to like tell their friends I'm like a comic living in LA. Like to have them tell their friends like I'm a hobo, that's just not fair to the parents. Like it's hard to put a positive spin on hobo. Like they're talking with their friends like, oh, your son graduated from medical school. Oh, what's Karl doing? Last time I talked to him, he had sewed some comically mismatched patches onto his jacket. He's gonna ride the boxcars for a while, see where that takes him. He has the nicest bindle and stick in the whole rail yard. We're very proud of that boy. We raised him right. He always shares his can of beans with the other gentlemen around the flaming oil barrel. That's what I'm shooting for. Actually, I should go back and revise my list, because I haven't really like changed it since I was a kid. There's a few things I could probably take off. Stab a hobo, that's staying on. Some other stuff like meat, He-Man, I could probably take that off. I mean, as a kid, it seemed like a good idea. It's like, he's a master of the universe. He's probably got a little influence, probably a good guy to know. Plus, like, as a kid, like, the world of He-Man's the best. Like, they have, like, spaceships and laser guns, but they also, like, ride on tigers. Like, that's just a great mix. Like, they didn't let their crazy future tech, like, get in the way of the important stuff. Which apparently for them was riding on tigers. Like, if you have a spaceship, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna take the tiger out today. You're a huge badass. Pretty much. I know I'm wearing nothing but a furry loincloth. Saddle up my tiger! You fucking heard what I said. I forget what that little guy's assistant's name, the magician guy in the cloak. Yeah. He hates the Beatles, but he knows He-Man. Doesn't really even out, but okay, I'll let him slide. But yeah, He-Man was just... And as a kid, when not playing with He-Man, like most kids, that weren't like weirdos or communists. I wanted to be a superhero. That's pretty standard childhood dream. Superhero. And as a kid, I knew I didn't have any superpowers because I tested. But I had a good plan on how to get some. Like this is what I thought. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to a place where there's a lot of radioactive shit and just be really reckless and hope for the best. It's like, oh, what is that, crack core of a nuclear reactor? Oh, hopefully that doesn't get all over me, possibly giving me superpowers. And then to make sure I got cool powers, I'd like bring some fucking cool animals. Like, oh, what is that, nuclear waste dump? Hopefully this wolf and cheetah I brought don't get into it, possibly becoming a radiant, giving me get the fucking, get it, shoving him in. I would have the speed of a wolf and the speed of a cheetah. They're amazing. I love thinking back to childhood nostalgia, but I recently revisited a large part of childhood nostalgia, and it was a devastating blow. It made me rethink everything that I thought I knew. Here's what happened. I was back at home with my little brother, he's 18, sitting on the couch watching television, flipping through the channels, Top Gun is on. And it's like, I'm the older brother, I gotta educate him in the ways, that's my job. So I was like, Ethan, have you seen Top Gun? He's like, no. I'm like, what the fuck? We're watching this whole movie. It just started. We're gonna sit here and watch it. You're gonna take notes, and then we're gonna discuss. My older brother, Top Gun is key, crucial. So, well, let me give you some background on my experience with Top Gun. 7th grade, for me, it was like the zenith of Top Gun saturation. Like 7th grade, any social situation just became a forum to quote Top Gun, pretty much. Like if something was behind your friend you want him to look at, you wouldn't be like, look behind you, you'd be like, there's a bandit on your 6. Then you like high five and talk about fighter planes for 25 minutes. That's the level. And then we were in algebra class, and Mrs. Kent was loading on the homework at the end of class. And she was just a huge bitch. She hated me, sent me out of the room all the time. She's just loading assignment after assignment, and then I speak up and say something because I'm a jackass. She stops the whole class, singles me out. Carl, maybe you would like a little extra assignment. And then without breaking her eyes, without missing a beat, I just go, negative, Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Boom, room explodes. Instant pandemonium. Kids are flipping over tables. I think someone broke a window. A flaming oil barrel in the corner suddenly. I didn't even wait for her to send me. I just left. I was like, thank you very much. Get out of here. Out of here. I'll be out in the hall. So, that experience, I'm coming from a staunch, unblemished record of Top Gun support. Okay? That's where I'm coming from. So back on the couch with my little brother, we're halfway through the movie. I look over at him. He's looking at me. He doesn't even have to say anything. I know exactly what he's thinking. Top Gun is the gayest movie of all time. I was like, how did I not notice this before? The volleyball scene? That's like a quarter of the entire movie. Like if you were just flipping through the channels, you might think it's a fucking movie about a crack Navy volleyball team. This is awful. And then I realized Top Gun was never good. It was misguided childhood nostalgia that led me to believe it was good. It was the same misguided childhood nostalgia that led me to believe that Commando was the best movie in the world for like 5 years. I stopped thinking that at like 15. But when you're a kid and you see that, it's understandable. He comes out of the garden shed, chops a man's arm off with a machete, and then underhands an axe into a man's crotch. When you're 13, you see it, you're like, I don't think I need to see any more movies anymore. I think this is it. I think I fucking found the movie I like. I'm just gonna watch this for fucking the next few years, just so I can get into it. Alright guys, my name is Karl Hess. You've been a lot of fun. Except for you. Your views on the Beatles are very